either she is not interested enough in you, or she was interested, but you fucked up your texting and she lost that interest. Or there's a third possible option, which is that she had a legit emergency, like a car crash, of course. In that case, she cannot reply to your text. But in most cases, we're talking about the first two. Now, the first reason, which is that she's not interested enough in you. Well, many women are not going to be into you, but they still give you the contact, the Instagram or the WhatsApp or whatever you're using. And then you can send them a text. She might reply to her first one, but then she ghosts because she realizes that she opens a text just like, well, I don't really like that guy that much. I have other options. She just doesn't reply. And many guys will be super, super persistent. And it's even something that I advised in the past, like send a lot of value text after 3 days, after 4 days, and kind of treat it as a newsletter. You just keep sending text and she'll until she replies, and she might go on a date. And I've done this with women. They weren't really that interested, but finally we went into a date because I was just following up with them. So it works. It can work. But I'll tell you, I never had an amazing connection and a relationship with a woman that I did this with. And I think the answer is very simple, which is that if she doesn't feel that spark initially, even if she goes out with you after fucking 10 texts, there's something which is missing in the primal connection. Because there's some women who, okay, after you text them for 4 hours or for weeks and weeks, she finally agrees to date because she's like, okay, well, I don't have many options right now, or I'm just bored and I just go on a date with this guy. And that can happen totally. And if you're just looking into casual relationships, hookups, well, it's fine. And in that period, that's what I wanted. And it was super cool when after 3, 4 weeks of texting, I had a girl that I met. Let me remember, it was in summer, July or August, and then we met at the end of September. And it was like 4, 5 times that I followed up with her. We finally met up and we did sleep together. But again, it wasn't a woman that I was like insanely excited with, and she probably felt the same. And so it was just something very superficial. So it works for those cases if that's what you want. But if you want like a true connection and you want to be with the type of women that you really like and they like you back, then I don't advise doing a super long follow up because you're also giving your energy, you're giving your effort to women who don't like you that much. And there's a phrase which I really like to say all the time, which is that I like the women who like me. And that's a very key thing if you want to save your energy for those people, not only women, but for those people who have interest in you. You're not trying to chase somebody who's 50%, 60%, 70% for you. Now let's go for the second reason, which is that she was interested, but you fucked up your texting and she lost that interest. And I had this example in my mind of a girl that I approached in 2018. So this was like long time ago, and at that time I was 20. So not that experienced. I had still a lot to learn in this area. And I remember that in my mind was, okay, I get the number and I have to say something witty by text. Like I have to continue being witty and I have to continue being this almost clown, um, always trying to flirt by text so that she agrees to date with me. And so I get her Instagram and I see on her Instagram page, I saw that she had like a very nice painting. And I said, "Oh, tell me that you painted that." And she was like, "Oh no, what do you mean this painting?" And the second message was, "Oh, that's a pity because I was gonna ask you for a nude portrait." And her reaction was just like, "What the fuck, lol." I think she wrote me. And then I tried to get her into a date, and she's like, "If you didn't say the first stupid thing that came to mind, then I was actually interested. But I lost my interest when you said that stupidity." And Well, you never know if she was actually interested or not, but what I do know is that I didn't need that fucking shit. And I'll be super blunt, right? Because I see many guys trying too hard by text. Like they're trying to be super witty and super flirty and doing all these things when the only thing you needed to do was simple texting. Just say, hey, it was nice to meet you. Then either you comment something about the interaction that you had, or you straight up go and say, hey, would you like to go for a tea one day? Or whatever you want to drink. Would you like to go for drinks one evening this week? Like something super simple, right? You're just kind of closing the sale. And there's an analogy with sales, which is that let's imagine you had a person who wanted to buy a car and he has the money in hand ready to buy the car. You're working at a dealership. The only thing you need to do is to say, hey, here's the order form, here's how you pay, here's the bank account where you put the money when you make the transfer, and I'll give you the keys. That's all you need to do, right? But you start doing weird shit because you're not sure whether he wants to buy or not. The only thing you needed to do was close the sale. And by text, with women who are actually interested in you, that's the only thing you need to do. Just close the date. You just need to say the minimum amount of things possible to agree on another time to see each other. And when you do this with women who are actually interested, they're not going to put up many concerns, or they're not going to put up a lot of obstacles for that. She's going to work with you to go on the date. And there's two types of texting. First one is simple texting, what I just described, which works with women who are super interested in you. And what this does is that it filters in the women who like you. And it filters out the women who are, kind of there, 50%, 40%, where the connection wouldn't be really good. But it filters in the women who are actually like you. Second type of texting, complicated shit. This filters in random women. Some like you a little bit, some like you a lot, some don't like you at all, just find the texting interesting and they're bored. So this happens. If you have like super witty texting, the woman might not be interested in you at all, but she's just bored at her home watching Instagram reels, and then she gets a message and it's kind of funny, she laughs, and next thing you know, okay, she's kind of bored, she agrees on a date, but she's not that into you. But then this complicated shit can filter out the women who actually like you. So you're kind of doing something which goes against your own interest. And then you wonder, why do you feel so drained out of dating? Like there are many guys who say that, right? Like, I feel drained of dating. I just want to be alone. Well, if you're doing complicated shit, filtering in women who don't like you that much, filtering out the women who do, and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, well, that's what's going to happen. But when you do the simple things, you just accept that some women are just not interested in you, not interested enough. And that's totally fine. And you just move on. And some men may say, but Armin, you're losing some opportunities by not texting enough and not doing 10 follow-ups. Yes, I am. But what are those opportunities? Opportunities with women who weren't interested enough in the first place. And also opportunity cost, the time and the energy that you're spending on those women, you're not spending on meeting somebody that would have that first spark when you meet each other. So if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video, is that you should just do simple texting. First message when you meet, after an approach, hey, it was nice to meet you today. Wait for her reply. She's probably gonna like the message, or she's gonna say, hey, yeah, likewise, oh, it was a bit random. Second message, you can go for the date already. Like, would you like to go for tea sometime? Would you like to go for drinks this week? Or let's do it. You don't have to make it a question. You can do it a statement as well. but you can make it a question as well, like simple stuff, okay? And that's gonna filter in the women who actually like you. If she doesn't reply, you can follow up one time. Like, she doesn't reply to her first text, you can send her either something random like a cat gif or whatever you find interesting. And then if she replies, then you go for the date. But if she doesn't reply the second time, then just move on. It's not that complicated, right? So you do the simple things, and those simple things give you the results that you want with the woman that you actually like. That's it for today's video. And if you want coaching in this area, you can go to armengaribian.com, which is my website. You'll find all the information you need there. See you on the next one.